David Zinczenko and Matt Goulding, and they're here to show us how to cook some of our favorite restaurant foods healthily and inexpensively. Right?
That's right. So we're gonna start with breakfast. All right, the cliche is true.
So should we show the Denny's breakfast starting?
Yeah.
Dave, you want to do the reveal there?
Basically, you go to Denny's, you have a Heartland Scramble, for example, Heartland Scrambler. This right here has 1,150 calories and 66 grams of fat. And the main point here is that our biggest resolutions are to lose weight and save money. If you do some cooking at home, even a couple times a week, you can lose 15 pounds a year and you'll save thousands of dollars. And we're going to show you how you can just do this same kind of dish at home and very fast and save a lot of money.
Exactly. So listen, we're going to show you how to save 830 calories and $7 in this one dish. So we started off by heating some butter. We're going to add some asparagus directly into this pan. You know, the idea here is their scrambles add cheese and add oil and add excessive amounts of sodium.
Yeah, because I'm surprised to see you even use butter.
We're actually, you know, we're not afraid of butter. We're not afraid of cheese. We're not afraid of bacon, as we talked about.
I'm afraid of you right now.
But it's about moderation. And when you make the decision to cook at home, you're automatically improving your odds of eating a healthy meal dramatically.
Right.
You have all the control. So why don't you go ahead, Bonnie, if you wouldn't mind cracking some eggs here for me. Just get us, maybe.
David, do you cook at home a lot or no?
I don't do as much as our chef Matt over there. He's spent a lot of time in restaurants and touring the country, and I leave that kind of stuff to him most of the time. Yeah, it is a good gig, right?
Well, I mean, being the editor of Men's Health, that must take up. Yeah. Do you have even time?
It's a bit tough.
How many eggs am I putting in here?
Let's go 4.
4? Oh wow, we're having people over.
And we got a couple of servings here. So while you're doing that, I'm just sauteing these asparagus in some butter over medium heat, just until they're soft enough to work. Why don't you go ahead and whisk them up? I'm going to pour in a little bit of non-fat milk here for you.
Will you whisk while I clean up the eggshells? Because I'm afraid that one of us are going to wipe our eye and have egg disease of the eye.
All right. Let's, all right, Dave, you want to help me out here, my man?
Yeah,
let's go ahead and pour it in.
Okay, so you have the asparagus in there, a little pat of butter.
A little pat of butter.
Right, like equivalent to the pad you get.
Away.
That's free.
Listen, the idea with a scramble here
isn't
how fast you can cook it. It's really kind of how patient you can be with the scramble, because what you really want is a little bit of low heat and just continually stirring it. That's going to give you a creamy, rich, soft scramble versus one of those hard, sort of desiccated scrambles you oftentimes get, you know, whether you're out eating at a national restaurant or.
Yeah, and there's just, you can always taste the butter in those, too. There's just like, they must throw oil and butter and all that stuff and salt.
We're really looking for balance here, and that's the thing. You know.
Now, you could throw onions in there, right? That's something that's not high calorie. Or
onions, tomatoes.
Many of it is low calorie.
As long as you get, because you get those vegetable servings in, throw them in this. You have to get those vegetables. I know from myself, I'm not eating a lot of them these days, but when I do and I have that discipline, it does change my skin and everything. I saw that in my grandmother, who lived till she was 96, and she ate food out of her garden. She had a vegetable garden, and her face was so beautiful, even till that last day.
So listen, Mike, right as we're getting there, right as you see the eggs start to sort of really form together, the eggs are going to continue to cook off of the heat.
Right.
It's like a piece of meat. It's really hot. It's going to continue to cook. We don't want to overcook them, so we're going to stir in a little bit of goat cheese. Listen, it's not over-the-top amounts of cheese. It's not going to jack up the calorie counts, but it is going to give you...
Because you're saying this whole calorie count is, what, 320?
320 calories for this big scramble here.
That's great, because really, if you want to lose weight, you go to like 1,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
That's worked for me in the past.
And
now I'm at like 2,500.
Here's a really cool addition. As you guys were talking about earlier, a little bit of salmon, smoked salmon, right off of the heat. This is going to give you some of those omega-3s, keep you happy, keep you full, keep your blood pressure down. It's like nature's cure-all. So, you know, this is it.
Do you worry about the mercury or any of that stuff, or is that not worth the trade-off? You shouldn't worry about that as far as the trade-off goes.
Listen, salmon, especially if you can get wild salmon, you're going to have low amounts of mercury. If you're eating it a couple times a week, as long as you're making smart decisions about the types of seafood that you're eating, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, because when you buy the fish like tilapia that's farm-raised, it's like loaded with butter and everything.
Listen, if you can eat wild every single time, if you can afford the wild and you can find it, you may as well do it. Here, we're talking about an ounce or 2 of smoked salmon, so it adds a lot of flavor and some nutrition without going over the top.
So how many calories is this whole breakfast? Do you have a slice of toast?
You have a slice of toast. With this, we're looking at 420, 450 calories, a ton of lean protein, plus some great fiber. This is literally a perfect start to your day.
It's really great. Okay, so... I love how informed you guys are and that you're giving us this quick class. It's so great. When we come back, Matt shows us how to cook up some delicious comfort food that won't pack on the pounds, it says. We'll be right back.